captain of the team and you see this group out here first day of practice, what's your impression?
I know we've been together for just scrimmaging every day for the past month, so had a good idea. It's looking pretty good. I'm really excited for the season, so hopefully everything comes to plan, no injuries, and I know we're going to have a good year.
You got some help in the back this year, didn't you, with Evan and Chris coming in?
I mean, I was very gutted when they were found ineligible last season, so yeah, it's very good after playing with them in the spring and then to have them here, just have a lot of confidence in the guys around me. Basically everywhere on the pitch we got confidence, so yeah, it's looking good.
With the College Cup coming here this year, and I mean, how do you guys deal with the pressure of that God, it's going to be in that stadium and we should be there?
I don't know, I think pressure's always a good thing. I think none of us would be where we are now if there wasn't any pressure, so I think we can all live up to the expectations and I mean all the pressure that's been put on us and we've put on ourselves, so yeah, looking forward to it.
When you have this many players, quality players, how much do you think that helps you during the year? The training you go through with.
Yeah, they obviously were very deep this year, so the trainings are definitely a step above any of the trainings that I've had in my time here. So, and then as players get tired or injured, we don't have to worry about that because anyone off the bench can step in and do just as well as it.
Group at first day of practice. So, what's your first impression of this group?
We're a lot better than last year. Just our intensity-wise. UCSB always has a lot of skill in players, but this year it's just everyone's fighting as hard as they can. It's never a dull moment.
When you see McNeil and Hunter out there in front of you with Boxall, that's got to make you happy.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, I feel safe back there, and I trust Chris, I trust Evan, I trust Boxall a lot, and they just know the way I play, and I know the way they play, so it's just great chemistry in the back for me.
After last year, you had such a monster season last year. How do you get up for the new year?
I'm going to play the same way I always do, one game at a time. Of course, I want to break the record again, but it's not only me. I had a lot of help last year with Martin and Box, and Michael David did well for us, and Silva stepped back there a lot, and Robbie Hoyle and Peter. I could go on and name everybody on the field, which I should, because without team defense, there's no way you can get a shutout.
Absolutely. Stakes are always high at UCSB, but with the Cup being here, how do you just keep in focus and make sure, like you say, one game at a time? Is that going to be difficult for you guys?
It's difficult to keep yourself focused and not think towards the College Cup, but it's the only way to do it. We have to stay focused and just really work on just looking at that one game, because it's the one game that's going to affect us. If we don't make it all the way to the Final Four, it's that one game that we lost. So we have to take it one game at a time.
What about the season that's been set up for you guys? It's a tough season. You're playing a lot of nationally ranked teams. You got UCLA and Duke coming here. What do you think about that?
It's going to be fun. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, right? So it's a good opportunity to us to step out our game and see where we're at.
Were you impressed by everybody's fitness and the quality of play here the first day of practice?
Oh, yeah, it was fun. Everybody's going all out. Everybody wants a spot on the team. So it's going to be fun. Everybody's just going 100%. So.
Right. Fit?
Yeah, it was I thought a very good first day. We liked the attitude. Most of the guys have been here for the last 2 or 3 weeks playing and training on their own. So it kind of showed today in the fact that we weren't having to start from square one. But really good attitude, again, as the first days goes, this was kind of what we thought it might look like. And, now we have a very limited amount of time before being able to play 4 days later against Westmont. So, no, like I said, in general, we feel good about it, and we'll reevaluate after every day, and then see what it looks like for Saturday.
So how do you sort it all out? You have 33 guys out here. Yeah. That must be a nightmare.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's we're pretty comfortable. We're spending some time getting to know a little bit about the younger players. But, we have 9 starters returning. We have a group of guys like even Evan and Chris that have been with us since spring of last year. So we're really familiar with the group. What we're trying to do is start to plug in some of the pieces, especially up front. The Sam Garzas, the Davids, and start to just try those combinations and seeing what starts to click. But in the back, going forward, beginning with Sam and goal, it's kind of a set group that we have. Now it's just a matter of seeing how our younger players can fit themselves into that.
You must feel relaxed when you have Evan McNeil, Chris Hunter now in the back. How's going into this season, you got to be pretty happy with the defense.
Well, yeah, I thought it was going to be. I thought we would struggle last year, honestly, because we were trying. We were playing with a new goalie and still coming off of a season where we gave up 38 goals, and so last year I thought that the turnaround came. Collective defending was very good for us. Sam played well in goal, but in general, a player such as Chris and Evan allow us to really go back and play the way we played when we had Iro and Curry, where we got a lot of at that point Pontius was playing as a right fullback. So it gives us a lot of ability in the back to be able to hold on to balls and move the ball around and strike good balls throughout the field. So it really, as much as it's great defensively, it allows us to do a lot of things offensively.
Tim, with everything that's at stake this year, the school hosting the College Cup, does this team, how do you relax them? I mean, there's got to be that added pressure that, man, we're hosting it, we got to get there.
Yeah, I think the big conversation for us, the big speech for us is that we understand what the pressure is, but ultimately what we want is a team that plays for each other, that's very supportive of each other, and the energy on the field just has to be always positive. And so again, I think if we basically look at all the outside pressure as a way to internally motivate us, and for us to motivate us means that we just need to, I say we have to play together before we can win together, basically is the line. And so as we go through these days and these trainings and we start to really get a good feel for ourselves, what we do know is that talent is not the issue. And that is obviously on display. Now what we have to do is, can we put the talent and find a way that on the field the talent translates into good team play. And that's what we'll spend every single day on, and it's what you saw in today's training session, and we will keep working on basically being a team that shares the ball.
Could you tell this early, the guys have been working out in the summertime, but can you tell there is a chemistry with this group?
Well, you know what I think? I think what happens when you put really talented players together and you give yourself a really almost impossible goal of saying, hey, let's go win the... I equate winning the College Cup with winning the World Cup. It is a difficult, almost impossible thing to do. But what happens is when you get a goal like that and you put really talented players who respect each other and you put that together, it's a good combination. It really encourages each other to really push and to fight and to get through these days that we're in right now. And we'll see as the days go on. But I from the first time, even this morning, and when this group started to come in, there is natural chemistry that comes when you put good players that respect each other on the field. Yeah. And that's what we have, and I think that's what we have to grow on. And I think that's the key for us. And if you'll see whether or not we are looking at each other, encouraging each other, or whether they're looking at each other and yelling at each other, and you'll know that pretty fairly early on in the season. Our schedule is actually very, very difficult. Not necessarily difficult in terms of playing good opponents, but we're playing opponents in difficult places. Bakersfield on the road is a difficult place. Yeah. I don't think there's a harder place to play than New Mexico on the road. Obviously anytime you get a Duke and UCLA, even if it's at home, are tough opponents. So the schedule is built for us to find out, I think, fairly early on, way before we get the league, whether or not we've got what it needs to win those kinds of games. So to me it's all there. Again, we're not going to fall short of players. Different players are going to have to contribute at different times. Right now, like I said, we benefit from having 9 returners so that we're not having to go over a lot of old ground. We just have to get the young players to see how the older guys do it right now.
All right.